green shooting star as a child, but as a teenager it was stars of the pop variety that Heather gazed at, like this lot, the Searchers. These were the boyzone of their day.
Sugar and spice and all things nice, you know that little girl is mine.
Well, thankfully her passion for space returned and Heather went on to study astrophysics. That's the science of the stars. And that's not bad for a girl who only got an E grade in A-level physics. Now she's recognised for promoting astronomy, aiming to make it easy to understand.
If you're swallowed up by a black hole, you can never escape again, because nothing but nothing can escape a black hole. If you're going to go into a black hole, you suffer this process called spaghettification, where your head will be pulled on more powerfully than your feet, and you'll be stretched out into a long, thin tube.
She brings space alive for all ages.
Hello. When men first landed on the moon 15 years ago, they were able to answer all sorts of questions we've been asking each other for centuries. Like, was there a man in the moon? Was the moon really made of green cheese? And more seriously, where did the moon come from?
And brings science to all audiences.
To have an appreciation of science, I think it gives you a more logical mind. It makes you think more rationally about things.
So from black holes to maybe little green men, if you want to know what's out there, Heather Couper is in here and in the hot seat.
She's not quite in the hot seat yet. We're actually sitting on the moon at the moment. It's very nice on a Saturday morning.
It's a very nice place to be, isn't it?
Lovely.
My rock's nicer than yours, though.
Oh, don't think you're not going to make you rock. Anyway, now, when did you first become interested in astronomy? Because I love this story.
Well, believe it or not, my dad was an airline pilot before he retired, and I was looking out at the sky one night for planes going into London Airport, and I saw this thing in the sky. It was a green shooting star, and I rushed in and I told my parents. I mean, I shouldn't have been looking out of the window. I was only about 7 or 8 years old, and it was about 11 o'clock. And they said, well, that's nice, dear, but there's no such thing as a green shooting star. And the next day in the paper it said, green shooting star seen over West London. And I said to my mum and dad, right, I'm going to be an astronomer. And that was it.
And that's when you started?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Were you good at sciences at school?
No, I wasn't really. I was okay up to about when I was about 12, and I got really bored because it was all sort of levers and pulleys and boring stuff like that. So my first job, believe it or not, was actually as a management trainee in Topshop. So I went into fashion first of all. It wasn't until I was about 21 that I thought, well, this is really, getting a bit boring, so I'll go back into science.
And look what's happening now. It's amazing.
Yes, and look at my T-shirt.
Go on.
Yes.
Can you hear that?
My alien T-shirt.
This is an alien T-shirt. This is fantastic.
And this says...
This one. Greetings.
And... And finally... They go away again.
They're very good.
Brilliant.
I like that. Do you think we'll be able to get one to give away in the competition a little bit later on? I think we should.
I'll check on that.
Get one of those. What would you say, because you're interested generally in science as a whole as well, what do you think was the most exciting discovery in science of recent years?
I think it has to be in astronomy, and it has to be Mars. I mean, it's really exciting. They haven't actually found life on Mars, but they found something which might just possibly be the beginnings of life. And there's all kinds of plans to send people to Mars, and I think we're going to go to Mars in our lifetimes. That's a really exciting thing, to go to another planet and live there as well. So that's going to be a real, when you think about it, when my dad was an airline pilot, and beginning of the century, people couldn't even fly. And now we're really talking about going to other worlds, which I think is brilliant.
That's incredible. Would you go if you were offered a seat?
No, I have to say, it takes 2 years to get to Mars. Well, it takes 18 months to get to Mars. Then you have to spend about sort of 8 months on the surface, sort of waiting for the Earth and Mars to get back to the right position so you can get launched back again. Then another 18 months back. So it's about 3 years out of your life.
It's quite a long holiday,
It's a long, and especially if you're with people you can't stand as well. So
it would be.
Yeah, I think I'll stay on planet Earth.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure there's lots of people who want to ask you questions. You'll be in the hot seat later, but you've got a competition for us.
I have.
And let's see the prizes.
The prizes, right. To win copies of the latest book, which is Anybody Out There, hence the T-shirt, and 2 others in the same stable, big questions we ask about the universe. The Big Bang, how did the universe begin?
Right.
And are there black holes out there? So to win copies of all 3 books, my question is, I want people to tell me, what was the planet that the recent Pathfinder mission went to? What planet did the recent Pathfinder mission go to? For copies of all 3 books.
Excellent. And we'll try and get you one of those T-shirts as well. And send your answer on a postcard to Live and Kicking, PO Box 8181, London W12 6. Now, if you want to tweet Heather, it's going to be the hot seat later on. This is the number to phone now.